What's up, guys? Big Sarge here, Lambdog 76 project. What I've got in front of you here is some different types of fuels. Now, the reason I'm doing a video on fuels and stoves is because there's a lot of mixed emotions. There's a lot of people out there who try to, do one thing and do another. I'm not here to tell you to do anything. You can do whatever you want with it, but I'm going to give you the basics of the fuels, what they do, and how they react when you cook. First thing I want to start with is the Coleman Premium Blend fuel. Now, if you read right here, improved filtration for cleaner burning. Well, let me tell you, if you burn this fuel and you try to cook on it and use a nice stainless mess set or something like that, it's going to turn black with all the soot that's in it. You're going to have black all over your cookware and everything else. Let's go to the next stuff. Propane. Propane's a good all-around fuel. Here's the problem with these bottles. Notice I have the extension wand for the burner on here. The reason is after a while, when you start using these, I don't know if you can hear that, but the Schrader valve inside starts to leak. And what that means, unless you want to lose all your fuel, you have to carry it in your pack like this, all together. Now, that's kind of crappy, let me tell you. Next fuel I have, denatured alcohol. Big jug of it. Denatured alcohol, I've used it in little stoves, little aluminum can stoves. Works good, but you never get a solid, I guess what I'm trying to say, you never get a solid cooking out of it. One day, if it depends on the batch of fuel you get. One day you may be able to boil water in 3 minutes, the next day it may be 4 minutes. There's no happy medium with it. You either get a good batch or a bad batch, and it's never the same. The other thing about it is sometimes you can't see it when you light it. You can start a big fire. It's just it's not very stable in my eyes. Some people may disagree, and that's fine. I've used it, and I've hiked with it and used denatured alcohol for a long time, but I'm starting to get away from it just because it is a little bit unstable. The last fuel that I have is white gas. I have it in this MSR fuel bottle. White gas. It's a great. I've switched to that. That's what I'm starting to use now. It's a camp fuel. Burns clean. I haven't had any issues with it. And especially on a 20-ounce bottle, the stove that I'm running can burn, I think it's 136 minutes on 20 ounces, which that's more than a couple days worth of cooking if you're, just using some dehydrated food, boiling up some water and stuff. So, coming up next, I'm going to have the stoves displayed with the different types of fuels. And I've got one more type of fuel that I didn't put out here that I'm going to bring in. And I'll see you in a minute. Okay, guys, the last type of fuel is a butane-propane mix. Now, this is made by Coleman, this one. I haven't had a lot of issues with this type of fuel. It burns very clean. It's efficient. The one problem I do have with this is when you go somewhere, you have to carry this. And the thing is, when it's empty, you have to carry it out to dispose of it. And let me think of one more thing. When it's empty, you can't refill it. So, if it's half full, and you think, well, I might need another one, guess what? Now you have to carry 2 of them. Because you can't refill it, so what are you going to do? You got to carry 2. It's kind of bothersome. It adds a little bit more weight, and like I said, you got some issues with refilling and stuff like that. Alright, stove's up next.